Good afternoon, YouTube, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you enjoy your time with your family, eat healthy. If you want to indulge a little bit, go right ahead. But then, next day, Black Friday and Saturday, and the days coming after that, it's back to the grind because life is a grind. It never stops. Anyways, so this video that I wanted to make, I've had this idea in my head for such a long time because I've always been thinking of how do I keep myself secure with my finances in my current state, in my current financial state. How can I what should I do with my savings? Should I buy a new car? Should I invest in this? Should I do this? Should I do that? Right? So this video is basically about how I'm like trying to place myself, like in my previous video, place myself in a not such an aggressive and not such a conservative, but like in a secure place so that I don't suffer as much from left wing policies, right wing policies, COVID, all of these things that are going to come at you. And you will, and if you're not prepared, if you don't think, if I didn't think the years before, months before, years before, if I didn't think in a strategic way where I can at least suffer for the moment or deprive myself of something that I want so I can be secure later, right? Secure later, which is now. Uh, this is just a video of how I've been maneuvering, these right hooks, left hooks from like everyone and everything outside. Okay. First of all, before I even start, I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I'm not here to mock your situation or an unjust situation that you have been placed in. Notice how you have been placed in. I'm saying like you have been placed in because sometimes we don't have control over our lives. That's something I also was aware of. Uh, I'm just I'm just here to tell you, how what I did. You can do whatever you want with that information. Okay? So what I did before coming to Texas from New York, I lived in New York City for 26 years. Lived there. Once I got in trouble with the law, right? I learned the hard way, basically. All right, some people need to learn the hard way because they think that the whole world is an unfair, unjust place, and that someone's always out there to get you, and everybody's against you, and it's always their fault. It's not your fault. That was me, right? That was me. And once I got like the nice hammer from the law, right? I learned because I was broke. Probably not that broke. I probably had like maybe $300 something, $300, $400 in my bank account. That was pretty much it. I didn't have a car, but I learned how to be conservative with my money, and I learned how to make use of as much time as possible. I learned how to be valuable with my health. I learned how to value my health. I learned how to value my body. I learned to not do things without not thinking about them first, right? And I learned to kind of like disengage myself or unplug myself from that whole mentality that you can do it all and have it all as long as you're willing to work hard for it, you know? And that message is a very good message because you can do it all and you can have it all as long as you're willing to work hard for it. And the other part that was left out, and as long as you're also willing to give things up. I learned that part on my own. No one told me that. So throughout my I left New York 2019, June 2019. So from like maybe around 2011, 2000 mid 2010, where I got in trouble, and then I started to rebuild my life from the bottom up. I was working a really crappy job, which I am grateful for having that experience. I was working at a shoe picking like warehouse kind of thing. So and I had, it's everybody there. It's just like the atmosphere was such and everybody was trying to sabotage you. So if you had something good for yourself, you were trying to do something good for yourself, people will always try to use language to put water on your fire and just kill that fire that you have inside of you. People were trying to do that to me too, because they saw that I was trying to get in shape. I want to be healthy. I'm It's the only thing I can do. I don't have anything else. I wasn't smart. I didn't have a college education. I didn't have anything else. The one thing that I could do, and probably the most important thing that I was able to do, is lose weight, work out, go out, and go out running, get into fitness, right? And I'm not trying to sell you fitness. It has nothing to do with that. It's just I was busy doing something that was beneficial for my health. Once I lost weight and like I felt so much better, and I was like working out really hard, and I was making gains and having muscles, right? Something that I've always wanted, but I didn't obtain before because I was a coward and I was lazy and I was always blaming other people. Um, Once I did that, I started to learn the value of my time, my money, and obviously went back to school. But I started to think that once I graduated college, I didn't want to be in New York anymore. So my next task after graduating college was to how the F to get the F out of New York City. That was my task, and that was on my head every day since probably like middle of 2014, ending of 2013. I was thinking of ways of just how to get out because I did not want to be there anymore. I didn't want to be there anymore. And I know I keep repeating this in every video I make, but I am telling you, it's 26 years of some horrible, negative mentality that I've had, along with everybody else. Even the people that make a lot of money there, they make a lot of money so they can pay their bills, and they get to keep barely any. So I just really wanted to get out, and I just wanted to experience a different lifestyle in another state. So I learned to just be more conservative with my money and not spend it on things that I don't need. You know, I learned, I didn't go out as much and spend hundreds of dollars a night out in New York City. You better rack up at least, you better come out with at least 150, not $60, no, $40, no. But what I did when I would go out, I would pregame in my apartment, then I would go out. You know what I mean? I found ways of how to like just keep my money and keep an eye on my money and realize the things that I need and realize the things that I want but don't need. And there comes a certain level of discipline there, because if you don't need it, don't get it. If you don't need it but want it and you can't afford it, you definitely shouldn't get it. If you don't need it but want it and you can afford it and it's not going to hurt you, that's up to you. You make that decision. In my case, what I did, if I didn't need it but I wanted it and I was able to afford it, I got it for myself. And sometimes maybe I felt a little guilty, like a new guitar. They go up from anywhere between, like a brand new guitar can run you $700, $1,000. So for me, that's something that I wouldn't get like a lot of guitars. I would just like in the process, in the 5 years, I probably got like 2 new ones, I think. But I just really, really was keeping track of all my money and figuring out ways of how to save more money by not having a car. I didn't have a car. I didn't have any streaming services like Netflix. I keep hearing about a lot of Netflix and Hulu's and your yo-yos. I don't even know what these things are because I don't watch that stuff. I don't pay $10 or $15, $20 for the premium pack. I don't do that. I don't. If I want to stream something, if I want to watch something, I'll stream, or I'll go on. Normally, I watch like a lot of anime. So I just purchase like Record of Lotus, a whole set. I have a whole video of my anime collection. I'll put it on my link description. I watch anime. When I'm not watching anime, I'm playing my guitar. And when I'm not playing my guitar, I'm probably working, or if I'm not working, I'm always doing something. So I never had the time to like actually sit down and like just watch what's on Netflix. You know what I mean? And if that's what you like to do, fine. I'm not insulting that, but it's just that I found ways and was more than satisfied with just being down to earth living lifestyle, because I don't need to have all those things, because I would in that during that moment I wanted to be here. I wanted to be here so I can enjoy the sunlight, so I can enjoy going into my backyard and doing some yard work, so I can enjoy just driving to my job or taking a train to my job. Hopefully in the future I can get a job in Dallas and I'll move closer to there or something like that. And I would love to take the dart. I don't mind doing that. But the thing is that like I've sacrificed my life so much back there so I can just be here and like be surprised and like holy crap, like everything is fine. My life is not great and it's not horrible either, but it's just fine. And that's all I ever wanted it to be like. You know what I mean? So I was just trying really, really to like some things I want, some things I need, some things I really do need. I was mostly about maybe 75% of my resources, my time, I was really, really using that to pay for a lawyer so I can get my citizenship. So and then get my license back. And then start researching about how to live, how to buy a house in Texas. All these things I spent my time because I was on a quest to get the hell out of New York City. Okay? And saving my money, investing in some crypto. Just don't buy things you don't need, especially if you're gonna buy things to impress strangers and strangers that probably don't even like you. It's addicting. That's what I really, really unplugged myself from, because I used to be that way. Once I unplugged myself from that mentality, that mindset, I didn't care anymore. I sincerely didn't care. I don't I didn't care. I remember when I was in college, and I was working at a restaurant, and I was like a busboy or something like that, and this is like Mexican, he was like, you know, a cook in the back. I think he was trying to mock me or something. He's like, "What's your dad do for a living?" I'm like, my dad, he's a toilet cleaner, right? And the guy got upset. Like he's like he gave me like a mean look. Like, what am I supposed? My dad's a doctor or my dad's a this. No, I don't care. I don't care in impressing other people, because it's so addicting. It can get so addicting, and they'll never be satisfied, never. So there's no reason why I would want to waste my time in that. You know what I mean? So once I unplugged from that type of mindset, I didn't care. I just went along and did my things, and I did what I was supposed to do to get the hell out of New York City. You know what I mean? So I just really, really, and during my time here before COVID, I still saved my money. I didn't like, of course I enjoyed myself, but I did it in such a way that it was like, I don't have to like go to every single restaurant. And if I do, I'll look at it, but like I'll think of another time to go back there, but I don't have to go everywhere and do everything. It doesn't have to be that way. And if you have a goal set, like you want to buy a new car, you want to pay off your house, you want to pay off your debts, then you shouldn't be spending your money on things that are emotional. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna make your decision based on emotions. You need to learn how to master your emotions first before you even dabble with a $6,000 credit limit or something like that. Because no, if I'm my humble opinion, no credit card company should be giving out any. I think it should make like that turn that into a law. Don't give credit cards with high credit limits to people who are emotional, because they're just gonna end up getting themselves in debt. And we're doing you a favor. But anyways, so yeah, I was, and after living here, after a couple of years, even after COVID, like I was secure, because prior to that, I was saving up my money. I was investing my money. In case you didn't know, when as soon as a new presidency came in, crypto whoosh, skyrocketed. Compare how much Bitcoin was in like October 2020, November 2020. Compare that price of Bitcoin to February, March Bitcoin. Compare that and try to look at what was happening during that time also. No, October 2020. This is during COVID. October, November 2020 to February, March 2021. You'll see what happened to Bitcoin. So, anyways, I just found a way how to like have enjoy my life without having to spend so much money and being crazy about it. You know what I mean? That's just a way that's just what I did as a person. I'm not telling you you should do that. That's just what I did. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I hope this helps. If it doesn't help, then it doesn't help. It doesn't have to help you. Don't feel guilty if you don't want to do what I do. You shouldn't want to do what I do, anyways. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the chat box below.